Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's easy level puzzle. And take that easiness with a grain of salt because it's rated easy by the people on the Logic Masters Germany forum, and there's a lot of really smart people there. Though I think that for the most part it is usually what I would consider easy, so there have been some though that have been a little bit more challenging, and then some that have been much easier. But for the most part, they do a decent job of making it easy of rating appropriately. But there are definitely times when I do feel like they consider something much easier than it actually really is for the even just the typical Sudoku solver. Anyways, on to today's puzzle, which is called Summer Swim by Telenar Spire. And here are the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, column, and box. Digits cannot repeat within a cage, and digits within a cage must sum to the total in the top left. So that means these 4 digits must be unique and must add up to 19. These 4 digits must be unique and add up to 17. These 5 digits must add up, are unique and add up to 27, etc., etc. And digits must increase along a thermometer, starting from the bulb. So basically, a valid thermometer, for example, for here, actually, let's do this one since this is a little funky. But this would be, a valid thermometer could be like 8, 5, 4, and 2. Right? Because it's constantly increasing from the bulb to the tip. So it must, on a thermometer, you must be constantly, at least in this thermometers, you must be constantly increasing from the bulb to the tip. Cells separated by a white dot must contain consecutive digits, and these are called Kropke dots. And they must contain consecutive digits, so therefore, if this was a 6, this would have to be a 5 or a 7 to maintain consecutiveness with it. And those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, so the first thing I noticed about this puzzle was the cages all are in the same column except for this one. And then these are all in the same column. And also we know, so we know that these 2 digits is basically 90, which is the sum of 2 columns, minus whatever these cages are, right? So if we add up all the cages, this is 27 plus 10, plus 17. So 27 plus 10 is 37, plus 17 is 54. 54 plus 19 is 54 plus 19 is 73, which means these 2 must add up to 17, which is, so there's only 2 digits that add up to 17, therefore it must be an 8 and 9, and since it's a thermometer, the 8 has to be here and the 9 has to be here. If we do this side, 14 plus 25 is 39, plus 20 is 59. Is that right? 14 plus 39, 59, yep. Plus 18, 59 plus 18 is 77. So these add up to 13, and there's no 8 and 9 involved, so it must be 6 and 7. Because there's no 4, 9, there's no 5, 8, it must be 6, 7. So this has to be 6, and this is 7. Therefore, these have to be 1 through 5, and these have to be 1 through 5. So one of these is 1 through 5, one of these is 1 through 5. These can only be at most 3, 4, and 5. If that's the case, this is 12 at most, which means this has to be 17 at least for 2 digits, and they're unique, which means it has to be 8 and 9. So this has to be 3, 4, and 5, and this has to be 8 and 9 to fulfill that 3, 4, 5. So this can't be 3, 4, 5. This is 1 or 2, which is consecutive with 1, 2, or 3. If it's 1, it has to be 2. If it's 2, it could be 1 or 3. And this is 1 or 2 also. So therefore, we have 1, 2, 6, and 7 on the ends. So this was 1, 2, 6, or 7. But if this is 7, that would have to be 8, and that would be 9, and that would be too big. So this can't be 7. So this is 1, 2, 6, or 7. This is 1, 2, 6, or 7. This can't be 9. So it must be at least 8. These are 4 digits that add up to 19. So this is at least 8. This is at most 8, sorry. This is at most 7. This is at most 6. This is most 5, 4, and 3. So this could be 1, 2, or 3, 2, 3, or 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, or 6, 5, 6, or 7. If this is 5, this would have to be 4, 3, and 2, and that does not add up to 19. So this can't be 5. Could this be 4, 3, and 2? No, because then this adds up to 9, and therefore this would have to be at least 10, which is not a single digit. So this can't be 4. Can it be 5, 3, and 2? No, because again, so this would be 7 or 8. If this is 5, 3, and 2, that doesn't work either, right? So this can't be 3 either. Because this would be 10, and this would be... So, can it even be 4? 4, 5, 4... I guess it could be 6, 4, and 7. That's possible. It could be 7, 6, 3, and 2. This is 13. This is 3 and 2. No. So, 3 and 2 does not work. Because the max this could be is 6 and 7. So, this can't be 3. Can it be 4, 5, 6, 7? No, because if this is 4, this would be 5 plus 6 and 7. This is 13 plus 8. 5 is 18 plus 4 is 22, so that's too large. So this is 2 or 3. This can't be 3 then. This is at most. So this cannot be 1 and 2. 8 and 9 can't be here. So, if this is, well, So this is at least 9. This is at least 8. This is at least 5. Sorry, at most 9, at most 8, at most 5, at most 4, at most 3. So this is 1, 2, or 3. This is 2, 3, or 4. This is 3, 4, 5. This is 4, 5, or 8. And this could be 5, 6. Can't be 6. 5, 7, 8, or 9. If this was 5, then this would be 4, 3, 2, 1. So that'd be 15. So this cannot be 5. If this is 7, this is at most 5, 4, 3, 2. 7 plus 5, so 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2. So say this was not 8. This is all at most 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2. Right? If this is not 8, this is 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 at most, which is 14. And this would have to be a 2-digit number, so that's not possible. So this cannot be 4 or 5, therefore this must be 8, which makes this a 9. So this is 17 here. This can't be 8, so therefore this is 9, this is 8. This is 17, which means this must add up to 8. And you can only have 3, and you have 3 digits that add up to 8. You always have to have a 1. So this is either 1, 2, 5, or 1, 3, 4. So this is 4 or 5. This is 2 or 3. Okay. So this can't be 1, 2. Can't be 2, 3. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't be 7, 8. So this can't be 8 either. So it's 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, or 6, 7. Because a 7 or 8 can't be there. 1 or 2, 2 or 3. Let's see. This is at most 9, at most 8, at most 7, at most 6, at most 5. So this could be 1 through 5, 2 through 6, 3 through 7, or 4 through 8. If this is 5, this becomes 6, 7, and 8, which is way too big for 18. 5, 6, and 7 by itself would be 18. 4, 5, and 6 adds up to 15. So if this was 4, this was 5 and 6, that would be 15, but therefore this would be larger than 6, so that wouldn't work. So it can't be 5 or 4. This can't be 6 because 6, 7, 8 adds up to 21. It can't be 5 because 5, 6, 7 adds up to 18 already. 4, 5, and 6 actually does work, so this one's fine there. This can't be 4 because then 3, 2, 1 plus 4 is 10. Can't be 5 because 5, 4, 3, 2 adds up to 14. If it's 6, it could work with 6, 5, 4, 3, right? If this is 3, this is 1, 2, and 3, which adds up to 6 plus 8 is 14, so 3 can't be here. If this is 4, this is at most 2, 3, and 4, but therefore this can't. So this can't be 7, 8, or this has to be 7. This has to be 8 or 9 then. This can't be 4 because 2, 3, 4 at most, which would be 9. And this can't be 9, so this can't be 4. So therefore this, and this can't be 7 here. So this is 5 or 6. This is 6 or 8. This is 8 or 9. Okay. This can't be 8, so this is 9 at most. This could be 7. This could be 6, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. But the problem is if this is 4, this is 3, 2, and 1 then, at most. Which means it's 10. But then this would have to be 7. This one digit would have to be 17, which is not allowed. So they can't be 4. If this is 5, this is 4, 3, 2 at most, which is 14, plus minus 27, which would be 23, or which would be 13. So this can't be 5. Similar, this can't be 3, this can't be 2. 2 actually might work. 3 can't work because 3, 2, and 1 adds up to 6. So 2 digits would have to add up to 21. 4, 3, and 2 would add up to 9. With 9 and 8, that does not add up to 27. So this cannot be 4 either. If this is 5, this has to be 6, 7, 9. So 5, 6, 7, 9. 5, 6, 7 adds up to 18. 9 adds up with 27. So this cannot be 5. But it could be 4, 6, 7, 9. Because then you could have a 1 with it. So that's fine. Let's see. Where is 9 here? 9 has to be in column 1 in box 1. Because none of these can be 9. Because this specifically can't be 9. These can't be 9 because they all have a digit larger than it. So 9 has to be here, which means 9 has to be one of these 3, but 9 can never be in a 3-cell cage that adds up to 10. So therefore, this is always 9. This can't be 9. This is 8, which makes this 6, which makes this 5, which has to make this 4 and 3 to add up to 18, right? Because this adds up to 11. It's at most 4 and 3 now, and therefore it must be exactly 4 and 3. Okay. This can't be 5 anymore, so this must be 4 and 3 to add up to 8. 1, 3, and 4. Therefore, we have 2 and 9 and 2 and 9. This can't be 9, so this is 2, this is 9, which forces this to be 1, 2. So this has to be 1 and 2 to add up to 20, right? This has to be 5 and 7 to add up to 14, which works. So we have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair in box 6. Therefore, the rest of the box cannot contain when there's 2. So therefore, this must be 3, which must be consecutive with 2. So therefore, this is 1, which just makes that a 2. This now must be a 5. The 1 cannot be here. This can't be 1, so this can't be 2 anymore. This can't be 5. So we have a 2, 6, 7 triplet in row 6. So this cannot be 2, 6, or 7. This is 3 or 4. This is 3 or 4. So this can't be 3. This is 4, 5, or 6. The 2 has to be here, so this can't be 2. This is 1 or 6. This can't be 1. So this can't be 2. This has to be a 1. This is a 4, 6, and an 8. This can't be 3 anymore, so it can't be 3, 4. It could be 4, 5, 5, 6, or 6, 7. This is 1, 7, 9. So this can't be 9. This is at most 9, at most 7, at most 5, and at most 4. So this is 1, 2, or 4. This is 2, 4, 5. This could be 3, no 4, 5, 6, or 7. This can't be 4, 5, so this is 6, 7, 8, 9. So this, since this is 6, 7, 8, and 9, this cannot be 6. If this was 6, this would have to be 7, 8, and 9, and that eliminates all possibilities for this cell. So therefore, this is a 1. This can't be 1 here. We don't know what the rest of this is. This can't be 1 anymore, so this can't be 2, this can't be 3, this can't be 6 then. So we have 2, yeah, so therefore, 1 cannot be here, but 1 could be here. This has to be 6, 7, 2, and 5. Interesting. Okay, so then... This is at the least, it's 1 plus 7, so that's 8. So this has to be at most 9. Which means the 2 always has to be here, which means this can't be 2. Since the 2 is always here, and digits cannot repeat in cages, this has to be a 1. So this is 1. Which means 1 has to be one of those 2. The 2 is always here. If it's 2 and 7, this would have to be an 8. So that would be 1 and 8. So if this is 2 and 7, this always has to be 1 and 8, then, if that's the case, because digits can't repeat. So therefore, this would be 9 plus 9, which would be 18, which doesn't work. So this cannot be 7 here. It could be 2 and 5. Wait, can it be 2 and 5? No, if it's 2 and 5, this would have to add up to 10, which is not possible. So it has to be 2 and 6. Since it's 2 and 6, this is 7, which would make this a 5. The 2 and 6 adds up to 8, therefore this must add up to 9, therefore this must be 8. So we have 8 here. We know the 5 has to be one of these two because 5 cannot be here anymore, and this can't be 6, so this is 7. This can't be 7, this can't be 7. We know this is 9, this is 8, that adds up to 17. The 5 has to be here because the 5 can no longer be outside the cage, because this can't be 5 and this can't be 5, therefore it's in the cage, therefore the 5 has to be here, which means this can't be 5, this is 7, this is 5. So the 5 is one of these 3. This can't be 8 anymore. Let's see. So this cannot be 5, because if this is 5, this has to be 6 and 7. that would add up to 18, and this can't be 1. So this can't be 5. This has to be 4, which makes this 5. This must add up to 10, so this must be 3 and 7. So this has to be 2, 6, and 9. This can't be 2, this can't be 9, obviously. 7 is also one of these 3, because 7 is here and here. 7 cannot be one of these 3. Therefore, this has to be either 5 or 7. So this also has to be a 5 or a 7 specifically. Let's see. This is 16, so this must add up to 11. There is no 5. It could be 2, 3, and 6. It could be 1, 4, and 6, and those are the only possibilities. So this is 1 or 2. So this cannot be 1, 2, 7. Well, 7, yeah, well, always has to be here. So this has to be 3, 4 with 5 or 8. Can't be 5 or 8. 7 or 8. There we go. So 5 has to be here, which means this is 1, 4, 5. Or it's 2, 3, 5. Or 2, 3, 5. So 5 can never be here. This has to be the 5 then. This is the only place for 5. It's 1, 4, 5 or 2, 3, 5. Can't be 1, 4 because the 4 is here. Therefore, this is 2, 3, which makes this 1. Since this is 1, this has to be 4 and 6. So this is 4 and 6, which makes this 2, which makes that 6, which makes that 3. This is 2. This can't be 3 anymore. This can't be 4. Therefore, this is a 3. Okay, let's see. This can't be 4. This can't be 1. This is 5 or 7, so this has to be 6, 7, 8. Cannot be 7. So this is 6 or 8, which makes this 8 or 9. So this cannot be 7, because if this was 7, this would have to be 8 and 9, and that would eliminate all possibilities for that cell, so this must be a 5. Since this is a 5, the 5 can no longer be here, which means 4 can't be with it, which means the 7 has to be here, which means this is 7, which forces this to be 6, which forces that to be 4, which forces that to be 2. So this can't be 2. This can't be 6 anymore, so therefore this is 8, and this is 9, which forces this to be a 7, which makes that a 6. This can't be 5 anymore. This can't be 6. This can't be 6. This is a 2, which makes that a 6. This cannot be 2. This is 3 or 4, which means we have a 3, 4, 3, 4 pair in column 6, so this must be a 2. So this can't be 2 anymore. Where is the 2 in box 2? It has to be here specifically. Ones we don't know anything about completely. We have 1, 3, and 4. 4 can't be here in box 2, so this must be a 4, which means, and these can't be 4s. This can't be 8, so therefore this is 6, which makes that an 8. That 9 makes that a 6, which makes that a 9. This is a 1, 3 pair. This can't be 7 anymore, so this must be 8. 8 can't be in any of these two spots. This can't be 7. This has to be 1 and 9. This can't be 5 anymore, so this is 4, which forces this to be 7, which forces that to be 9, which forces this to be 1. We're just doing Sudoku now. This is 7. This is 4. This can't be 4, so this must be 3, which makes this a 4. These can't be 4 anymore, so it's 3, 5. This has to be 1 or 5, which means this can't be 1. This is a 9. This is 1 or 5. This has to be smaller than this, so therefore this must be a 3, which makes this a 5. That's a 1 there. That's a 3. This is 5 and 1, and now we have 8. And that's the solution. Yeah, fairly straightforward. Just, you know, make sure you do your addition right, which I sometimes fail to do. But, anyways, this was, yeah, pretty smooth, pretty straightforward. Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.